This is a Restoration Hardware tuxedo club chair in vintage aniline leather. And ironically, the reason it looks like this, hard, dry, cracked, and prematurely aged, is because the owner followed the instructions exactly. Do nothing, no conditioner, no cleaner, no leather soap, nothing. And I'll be honest with you, when I first saw this chair, a part of me didn't want to touch it either. But that wasn't my call. My client wanted the color back. They wanted it darker, richer, closer to what it looked like the day it came home with them, without losing the grain, texture, or the story the leather had built. Here's where we ultimately ended up, and now I'm going to show you exactly how. Welcome to Avummies. My name is Evan, and it's my goal to share the skills and tools needed to love your leather. Today, we're using my 3 C's method, clean, condition, and conserve, to restore this faded leather chair the right way. So, let's get to it. Step 1 is always dry cleaning. No liquids just yet, and this is a step that you should never skip. All you have to do is grab a soft bristle brush and work the surface in short, gentle strokes to pull dust and debris out of the grain, seams, and any cracked areas. I'm using the Leather Honey Premium Horsehair Brush here, links in the description below. Once you've brushed every panel, you want to follow immediately with a dry microfiber cloth to catch all of that debris. No product, no water, just wipe the whole surface down to lift whatever the brush brought up. This clears the way so that everything we apply next actually absorbs instead of sitting on top of dirt. Step 2, as you can assume, is wet cleaning with a dedicated pH-balanced leather cleaner. You should never use dish soap or mild hand soap, as those can severely dry out your leathers. I'm using Leather Honey Leather Cleaner. Apply a small amount of cleaner directly onto a microfiber cloth, not straight onto your leather. You want to work in small sections using light circular motions over the entire surface. The goal here is to really just gently remove built-up grime, body oils, and residue that would block the recoloring balm and conditioner from penetrating in our next steps. Flip the cloth to a clean side as it loads up with any dirt and debris, and then keep going until you've covered the entire chair. After that, just simply let the leather air dry until the surface feels dry to the touch before moving on. But before we move on, I just wanted to mention these paint spots real quick. For whatever reason, I often find dried paint spots on leather. Maybe it's because people paint their walls and don't cover their leather chairs or furniture. But I found that the best solution is once the paint is dried on your leather, all you have to do is just very gently remove it with a hard tool to, again, just gently lift the paint away. I'm using a razor blade, but you guys... You can use something more gentle. You want to be careful. You don't want to create a hole or something like that. I'm literally just picking off very gently just the surface of that paint to get it removed. Now that the leather is clean and dry, it's time to restore the color. This is Leather Honey's Leather and Vinyl Recoloring Balm in flat black. It is a vegetable dye-based balm designed to feed color back into the leather in a thin, buildable layer instead of layering down a thick, opaque paint-like film, which it really works. You'll see in just a second. Now, here's all you need to do to set up the bottle for the first time. Number 1, twist off the main cap to remove the protective foil seal. Peel it off and then discard the foil. Screw that cap back on and then pop off the smaller top cap, the one that doesn't screw, to reveal the built-in applicator sponge. From here, you have 3 ways to apply the balm depending on what you're working on and what you're comfortable with. Probably the easiest way is to just apply it with the built-in sponge. With the top cap removed, you just gently squeeze the bottle until you see a small amount of balm saturate the sponge, and then, working panel by panel, apply the balm in circular motions across your leather. Keep your coats thin and even and cover the entire panel, not just the worst looking spots, so that the overall final color will look consistent. This method works especially well on smaller projects or flat areas where the sponge can stay in contact with the surface. Next method is applying the balm directly onto a horsehair brush. I'll be using the Leather Honey Premium Horsehair Brush as we used earlier. I'm just going to dispense a small amount of balm either directly onto the brush, or you could also use a clean microfiber cloth. Then simply work it into each panel in circular motions. The brush helps push the balm gently into the grain while also picking up the excess product because the bristles are porous, which helps you avoid overloading the surface and making it look tacky. Now, I just wanted to quickly show you guys, as I'm pulling off this tape, the clear difference between the before and after. You can see the left side is dry, it's ashy, and it's lifeless, but the right side, it still has patina, though it's recolored. It's rejuvenated, supple, didn't get rid of the character. It's a huge difference, not just by the look, but it's also going to be more supple, more flexible, and more comfortable when you sit on it. As you apply, keep the layers thin and build coverage gradually if there's a specific spot you're trying to cover. Once you've completed a full coat over the entire project, you want to let that balm dry completely. And that could be anywhere between 2 hours to 24 hours depending on your temperature, humidity, and how heavily you applied the balm. After that, you can simply repeat that process for a deeper, richer color. Each coat adds depth, and if you want something more aniline, something more translucent, just add 1 to 2 layers. For this project, because I wanted to keep that patina shining through that layer of pigment, I literally just used 1 single coat and it did an amazing job. Now, once the recoloring balm is fully dry, you've applied it in thin coats, maybe you added another one, but you've waited and it's fully dry, we're going to lock in that color even further and rebalance the leather with conditioner. I'm using Leather Honey's leather conditioner here. You can use a cloth and apply a small amount directly onto the cloth and then work that in thin layers as well, overlapping circles. You could also apply the conditioner, which is much easier in my experience that I found. Just apply again a small amount directly onto the brush that you're using, whether that's a horsehair or a synthetic. Just make sure it's gentle bristles. You spread that across the surface, and this can be especially helpful in cooler environments, as I mentioned, because the brush helps move and distribute the conditioner while absorbing any excess. Then let the conditioner dry and absorb for 2 to 24 hours, depending on your situation. Now, almost done, guys. After the conditioner has fully dried, come back with a clean microfiber cloth and wipe and buff the entire surface of your leather. It is completely normal to see some pigment on the cloth at this stage. That's the excess balm and maybe some conditioner that didn't fully absorb. Keep flipping to a clean side of the cloth and buffing until you see no more color transfer, because that is going to be your signal that the chair is ready for real world use. When you sit on it, lean on it, or you rest against it with normal clothing, there shouldn't be any dye transfer whatsoever if you've done the process properly. All right, guys, here's where we started and here's where we ended. We brought back a deeper, rich black color. We softened the look of that cracking and kept the grain and the patina visible, which was the most important part. The owner got back a chair exactly how they wanted it. We were able to retain the character, that patina, while making it look refreshed, and now the leather itself is obviously cleaner, rehydrated, and better protected for years ahead, where honestly would otherwise be cracking further, making some holes even, and at the end of it, tossed into the trash. Everything used in this process, the Leather Honey leather cleaner, the recoloring balm, and the leather conditioner, as well as the premium horsehair brush, is linked in the description below. If you want to see how to handle things like cat scratches, dye transfer, or sagging cushions, check out the videos on the screen next, and remember to love your leather.